going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time to get ready for another Gr.3 race on Gran Turismo Sports. It's day 5 racing on Circuit D Spa-Francochamps, so hope everybody is trying to keep up. We're always going to be able to have a perfect clean race, so still got a long way to go. So this is going to get everything. We'll be able to use the Porsche 911 RSR with a Winx Club Livery. And this is going to get everything. We'll set up the balance of performance to begin. So let's go and get ready to race and get prepared. So this will be able to have one magical moment. So before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy anytime you want for the entertainment. So let's go and get ready to race and let's get started. So now everything will be ready to go. So this is going to be able to have another race. We're always going to make sure to be able to have a good clean race, so it's always going to be able to take a lot of efforts out there, so sometimes it gets very tough, so gonna make sure, so do the best whatever you can to be able to race fast. We're also to be able to achieve as well, so this is going to be able to take a tough challenge. We're also to be able to give a one magical clean race. Will might be able to have a charm on it, so this is going to be able to drive fast. Will might be able to get ready. So let's just going to go and take a good easy moment to be able to get prepared for. So this will might be able to have a lot of fast racing skills. Will might need to be able to keep up. So going to make sure to be able to race fast out there. So going to take a few line up on the pit outs. Will might be able to begin. So this is going to get everything we'll be prepared for. So view map is going to be able to set up, and then this is going to be able to take a lot of prep work. We might be able to get prepared. Now, it will always going to be able to see how it happens sometimes, so going to make sure to keep it a lot of good eyes open while we're taking on the high-speed hill turn. It's going to be quite very risky, so going to make sure to avoid the penalty as possible, so try not to do anything mistaken reckless going on. So it will always going to be able to have a lot of few racing skills. We might need to be able to keep up the handling, so going to make sure to be able to take plenty of practice before the warm-up and then the race. So this is going to get everything. We might be able to have a clean race moment. We'll also to get ready to go, so this one might be able to have a driver rating skills we might need to be prepared for. So let's just going to go and get prepared. So this will might be able to get nearly there. Will also take a lot of good training out there, folks. So it will always going to be able to drive faster as much as possible whenever we take. So this is going to get everything to be all set and revved up to be ready to go. So this is definitely might be able to do a lot of faster pace. We might be able to go in. So hope the Porsche 911 RSR Winx Club Livery is definitely might be able to race fast to spread the magic around Spa-Francochamps. So this will be able to have an important racing quest. We might be able to begin. So gonna make sure to be very respectful during this race. So let's just gonna go and get started. So we are about to be able to take the rolling start. We'll also take the last turn. Is gonna get everything will going in. Now, this is going to be able to take a lot of few launch on the speed. Wheel might be able to take that straight. Wheel might be able to going in. So, going to make sure to be able to have that first turn is going to get very correctly. We'll also find a good inside. Wheel might be able to do for the perfect position. It's going to get everything going in. Now, this is going to be able to take a lot of good integrity of this position. So, gonna make sure the view map wheel might be able to get set up on it, so it's gonna get very wide open on that turn. So gonna have to find a good perfect turn out there to be able to keep it well exercise caution. So hope this wheel might be able to do everything it could. So it is gonna be able to take a tough time for us if we had to make sure to be able to keep up. Wheel might be able to have a good mobility. Wheel might need to be able to keep up. So every race we're also going to make sure to keep a good monitor check on the radar. So don't want to get too over aggressive on this one. So this one might need to be able to keep it well maintained on the pace. It's going to get everything to be well careful up to do it. So if anything else, we'll be able to see a yellow flag sign just calling in for us. So going to make sure to be very advisable to be able to make sure to keep it well managed and maintained on this pace. It's going to get everything to be able to let the other drivers who might take some time to do for a little quick recovery from getting off the track and going back in onto the track as well. So this one might be able to have the signal might be needed to go in. So gonna make sure to be very correctly to be able to have a response moment. So this one might be able to see how it goes. So this is gonna get very easily, we might be able to avoid any collision as possible. So gonna find a good open spot while the driver is having a hard time to make the recovery. So it might be able to feel the effect of any other handling on the turn. So gonna make sure to be able to keep going faster. We're always gonna be able to take a lot of good skills on the limits. So it will always gonna be able to take a lot of motivation. We might need to stay faster. We might be able to keep up. Going in on that last turn. So this is gonna be able to going in. We'll also proceeding in onto a place. So still got a long way to go because it will always going to be able to have 8 laps around the track. So going to keep up the training. It is going to get everything what we have to do importantly for the 2019-20 exhibition series of season 2 of the Nations Cup and the Manufacturer Series. So this is definitely might be able to do a lot of training out there every time in this race. We're always going to be able to take plenty more time around in Spa-Francochamps. We might be able to gain a lot of excellent driver rating and sportsmanship rating. We might need it. So gonna make sure to keep the motivation up. We might be able to put you in onto a new driver rating. It's gonna be very important. We might be able to take the long way. We might be able to get in. Gonna make sure to be able to take a little bit more time for other drivers after taking the penalty by taking the line to be able to force to slow down. So this one might be able to let the other drivers might be able to take plenty of few space around the gap. It's going to get everything to be well encouraging up to be able to make sure. Alright, just going to be able to take plenty more patience. So this is going to be able to maintain on the pace. So this is going to be able to take plenty of oversteer turns. It's going to get everything very careful to be able to race around the track. Is going to be able to take a lot of circuits. We might be able to get in there. Just going to make sure that stopping at the double cones is going to be able to make one good smooth turn. We might be able to give the effect. We might be able to take a lot of basic demonstration. We might be needed to be able to go there. So if any drivers could probably able to overtake my current position, this is going to be able to take a lot of important strategy. Is going to get everything what they need to do. So this one might be able to maintain the pace while finding the opening window, while the other driver is definitely might be going to make one blocking position. So this is going to get everything what they need to do to be able to keep their mobility. We might need to be able to keep up. We're always going to make sure to be able to stay careful during this time of the clean race. So looks like 2 of them just definitely got collided each other. So this is definitely might be able to turns out that just going to make sure that the final turn at the chicane is going to be very tricky. So going to make sure that this is going to get everything to be able to make sure to be able to keep a good check by using the radar, while other opponents are definitely might be going in on the overtake. So good thing that was so close. So gonna make sure to be able to take a lot of good effort out there. We might need to be able to keep going faster. So this will might be need to be able to take a lot of few trainings out there. We might be able to keep up. We're always going to be able to go faster. We'll also to take some time to do it. So gonna make sure that every race will also to find a good spot. We'll also to take the upper hand. We'll might be able to go forward. We'll might be able to take a lot of few pace. It's going to get everything going in on the strategy. Now this is going to be able to take a lot of more time, so going to keep up the faster work. We might be able to take plenty more patience while keep going faster. It's going to get everything importantly. So this is going to be able to take some few turns. It's going to get very roughly, so going to make sure to be able to use it wisely to be able to have a self-moderation of racing. It's going to get everything what we need to do. Okay, looks like one opponent just got spun out, so looks like almost loosened up the balance. So gonna make sure to be very careful out there, folks, during this time of the race on Spa-Francochamps. Will also need to take plenty of strong handling and strong speed. Will might need to be able to go faster. So if anybody could probably able to take too much aggressive while taking the turn on the corner, so that will be able to have a loosened effect. Will might be able to have what it takes that needs to be able to be very careful. So gonna make sure to be able to have that mobility. Will might need to keep it in case. So this will might be able to take a lot of balance purpose for every Group 3 race car. Now, this is going to get everything Will going in on the long way, so this is going to get everything Will be prepared for taking the last turn, so this is going to get everything to be well self-correctly. Will might be able to do the faster ways. Will might be able to go in. Okay. Joe Pierce still is passing me, so looks like he can probably able to do it. So this one might be able to let any faster drivers could probably able to go in. Will also to proceed. Matt is tight, is coming past me, so gonna make sure to be able to find a good spot to be able to have some plenty of space. Looks like you used that Porsche 911 RSR with a yellow trim style, so looks like that was definitely might be pretty good car with the same exact replica and a different type. So good thing that Winx Club Livery is a magical race car, so it is definitely might be quite good to be able to have a base exact replica of the original. So that one might be able to give a good thumbs up, so that will might be able to show the difference. So good thing that this is going to be quite very excellent to see if there, folks. So Matt is tight is using the same Porsche 911 RSR with a different livery, so this is definitely might be doing interesting for this race. So hope he can probably be able to give a little bit more time. So gonna make sure to be able to take that overtake. Will going in to stay on in 8th place, but it will always gonna be able to keep it coming. That should do it. So this one might be able to keep well managed on the throttle. Will might be able to resume. Will always gonna go faster. Alright, just gonna keep it together. So this is gonna get everything will be well made to be able to take that perfect turn. Will going in correctly. Will also gonna make sure that braking and acceleration is gonna be very important to be able to take a lot of good mobility. Is gonna get everything going in. Okay, just gonna make sure to be very careful. Okay, just gonna make sure to be able to take a lot of few length up there, so I'll make sure I have to let Matt this time pass. So this is gonna get everything needs to be able to make sure, folks. Don't get too much aggressive. Will might be able to lose up a mobility of your skills, so gonna make sure to be able to take some time. So this will might be needs to be able to catch up, so it will be able to make sure that the fuel map is important. So this one might be able to help out. Alright, looks like Young Stock is definitely passing me, so gonna make sure to be able to keep it well careful. So almost had the moment, so that was almost getting a little bit more distraction to be able to get a curve for. So well, gonna make sure to be able to be very careful not to slam into each other. So better be able to make sure to be able to get well caution to be able to be made for. Now, looks like this is going to be quite very toughen up on it, so gonna have to keep trying. Will also to be able to have that part to be able to go concluded for it, so this is going to be able to take plenty of skills. It's going to get everything going in. Alright, so looks like this one might be able to going in on 2, so this is going to be able to change up the numbers of the field map. It's going to get everything going in for this one. Alright, this is going to get everything needs to stay on in 10th place. So this is definitely might be able to make sure that this is going to need to be able to keep it together. So better to let the opponent is going to get everything he needs to be able to do a lot of focus out there, so it's going to be very tougher. Will might need to be able to stay together. Will also need to take plenty of handling. Okay, this is going to get everything. Has to be able to take plenty more turns, so gonna be able to avoid the penalty is gonna get everything very important for this race, folks. Is gonna get everything he needs to keep it together. So this will might need to be able to take a lot of time out there. Will always gonna keep up the sportsmanship rating. Has to be able to do perfectly. Will also to make it stand still. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take the right call. Will also be going in onto the pits, so this is going to be able to take a little bit more time. It's going to get everything we'll be prepared for. So, going to make sure that the field diamond mark is going to be recommended. So, hope this is definitely might be worked perfectly. Will also be calling in to be able to take some time to be needs to be refueled. So, this will might be able to do work, but it will always going to be able to take plenty of half amounts. Will might need to take a little extra. So this is going to get everything. Will go again. Will also to take the pit out. Will also to take stop time by almost 10 seconds. Gonna keep it together, so don't want to make any mistakes happen. So this one might be able to let any drivers could have some space. This is definitely might be important that every driver could need some space. Is going to get everything needs to go in. Now, this is going to be taking a long way to be able to going in on the 12th place, so this is going to be quite very challenging way to be able to go in there. Oh boy, get it together, you two. Don't want to do any more collision out there to be collided by a penalty, so gonna make sure to be able to keep it well maintained on your mobility of your racing skills. Is going to get everything coming in. Well, it is going to be very tougher to be able to let every driver might be able to come through. So this is definitely might be able to have one maintained strategy for them. So this is going to be able to take a long way. It is going to get everything. Has to be able to keep it going. But it will always going to make sure to be able to keep going faster. Will might take that position. It is going to get everything to be well integrity to be able to keep up. Okay, that should probably need to take a little bit more handling practice. Is going to get everything going in. So just trying to be able to be as a drill instructor. So keep it together, young stud. Trying to make sure to maintain the pace. Don't lose your grip. It's going to get everything to be well proper. Will might need to take a few racing skills. Will take the limit. Will always going to keep practicing. So it will always going to be able to take the distance a ton. Will might be able to going in by every time. So this will might be needs to be able to take plenty more skills of practice. So it will need to be able to take it to a higher skill. So this one might be able to have one better chance of higher and lower skill. Is going to get everything will be well determined made to do it. So it's going to be pretty hard to see it. So going to make sure to be able to keep it well careful. So this is definitely might be needs to going in. So this is going to be able to take 34% of fuel remaining. So this is going to be able to keep it well checked on the field. So while racing, is going to get everything to be well toughened up. Is going to get everything going in. Okay, just going to have that upper turn. Well, looks like everybody is trying to learn. So it's definitely might be very tough for us if we have to make sure to keep it well careful. Okay, unless gonna make sure to keep an eye out of the sportsmanship rating. So gonna keep up the brakes. Is gonna get everything well pressured up on it. That should probably be able to take a little bit more time. So getting in onto 13th place, gonna have to keep up. It's gonna get everything a little bit hard to try. So it may be having a lot of few mobility problems. Is definitely might need to be able to keep going faster. Will might be able to keep up because they are quite pretty skilled drivers is definitely might be need to be able to master the Spa-Francochamps. So hope they will try to learn. So this is going to be quite pretty tougher out there. So gonna make sure to be able to avoid full contact. Is going to get very tougher for the collision. It's going to get everything going in. Okay, gonna make sure that long signs is definitely might be able to going in on the overtake. This is gonna be quite very well distanced to be able to have this race for a good mobility. Will also take the balance. Is gonna get everything to be well maintained. So it is definitely might be able to take plenty of example work. Is gonna get everything to be full demonstrated. So take a good look, folks. They're trying to be able to keep up, to be able to have a good mobility. Will might take a good balance, so it will always going to be able to maintain. So gonna make sure to stay on the tarmac of the track. Is going to get very important. So hope they will try to be able to perform that last turn. So well, gonna keep trying. So they still got a long way to go to be able to learn faster. Will always going to be able to achieve to master the Spa-Francochamps. So here we go, final lap is on the way. So this is going to be able to finishing up the race. Will might be able to keep going until at the end of the day. So this will might be able to go for a different one on the same track. Will might be able to take plenty of training. Will also to going in. It's always tough sometimes, so gonna make sure to be able to keep it well careful. So gonna have to make sure that this is gonna be able to take a lot of skills. Will might be need to keep going faster for the challenge. Okay, looks like RPM McMurphy is definitely going to pass in. Gonna make sure to be able to make a way from behind, so gonna find a way to be able to overtake. So it is definitely might be quite pretty tough strategies out there to be able to see it. So it always gonna make sure if we have to keep practicing for more. So this is definitely might be able to have a lot of moments to be able to take for every YouTube video segment. Will might be able to do perfect moments. So it is going to be very tough out there. So if we have to make sure to keep up, we're always going to be able to keep going faster. Okay, just going to keep going and then make a one good slipstream distance. Is going to get everything going in. So gonna make sure to find a good inside turn. Is gonna get everything going correctly. So it will might need to be able to take a lot of throttle management. Is gonna get everything going in. Okay, looks like first place driver finally took the finish. So this is gonna get everything to be quite struggle out there, folks. So this is gonna be able to take a little bit long. So this one might be able to take a little bit more time. So this is going to be able to take a long way to be able to get there. So hope this is going to be able to have 11th place finish. So going to keep trying. So going to be able to take a lot of training. Will might be needs to be able to give a lot of moment to spare. Going to take that final chicane, and then this is going to be able to going in onto the finish line. Will might be able to have a race well done. And still take a lot of training. Will always going to continuing on. Will always to keep up. So looks like this is definitely might be doing okay. So everything doing for a better clean race. So it will always going to be able to take a lot of faster skills. Will might need to keep it up. So for any drivers who had that penalty, you still got a long way to go. So gonna keep training out there. So it will always going to need to take a lot of practice. Will might be able to take plenty more skills to go. So it was definitely might be an okay race. So it was definitely might be doing good. So gonna keep up the training, folks. Will always be able to believe in yourself whenever you really want to master the Belgian racetrack. Will always to be able to achieve to success. So this one might be able to have 11th place earnings at the finish. So looks like everything is doing good. So it will always to be able to take plenty of sportsmanship ratings. So gonna make sure to keep going up. Try not to go down, because that will might have a red decreased sportsmanship rating by the effect by having mistakes. So it is quite pretty challenging it gets. So looks like Matt did pretty well for taking the 5th place finish. So this is going to be able to take a lot of few trainings out there for it. So Well, apology is accepted, BRP Nico Fox. Well, I accept your response, so gonna make sure to keep up a good practice, so this is definitely might be needs to be able to take. So it was a no worries response to do it, so it might need to be able to take a lot of good clean race. So gonna make sure do the best you got. Better make sure to be able to have a good clean race without hitting any mistakes. So this is definitely might be needs to be able to take a lot of efforts out there. So it will always gonna be able to keep up for having a good clean race with a training might need to be able to keep up on it. So well, it is definitely might be able to have plenty skills. We might need to be able to take plenty of steering wheels and controllers. We might be able to take plenty of mobility. We're also gonna keep going faster. We might be need to take. So every race we're also gonna be able to keep up. We're also to be able to have a mobility racing skill. We're always gonna be able to keep it together. So good thing that this is gonna be able to have day 5 for another race for using the Porsche 911 RSR Winx Club Livery. So it might be quite brilliant to be able to race around in Spa-Francochamps to spread the magic. We're always going to be able to have a moment. We'll be able to have a good clean race. So it might be able to make sure to be very careful out there. So sometimes that mistakes happens all the time. So better make sure to be able to keep up. We'll also to be able to race the train around the racetrack. We're always going to be able to do a lot of practice for the next seasons of the Nations Cup and the Manufacturer Series of the 2019-20 Exhibition Series. So keep training out there, folks. Do the best you can. And this might be able to do what it takes to be able to have a good clean race by taking one good chance for the moment. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be see you guys next time for continuing on the daily race on Gran Turismo Sports, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.